Jenna sat in her car, the hum of the engine vibrating through her legs as she stared at the vast expanse of pines ahead. Her reflection in the rearview mirror showed a frazzled woman, tired eyes shadowed by sleepless nights. She adjusted her messy bun, pushing a stray lock of chestnut hair back into place. The brochure for the Collins mansion sat on the passenger seat, its glossy promises of easy money and a short stint of child-minding now feeling hollow. "It's just for a few weeks," she murmured, her voice barely above the sound of the engine. The doubt gnawing at her gut was as tangible as the thick forest air around her. As the car rattled over gravel, the trees seemed to close in, their shadows stretching long and foreboding across the path, whispering secrets she was yet to uncover. Stepping out of the car, Jenna was greeted by an oppressive silence, a heavy cloak that draped itself over her shoulders. The mansion loomed ahead, its dark windows like unblinking eyes staring down at her. She shivered as she caught a flicker of movement at an upstairs window, a curtain swaying in the still air. The gate creaked with a sound that seemed almost deliberate, a final warning before she crossed the threshold into another world. The mansion seemed to hold its breath, waiting, as if aware of her presence and its significance. This was no ordinary house. It was a sleeping beast, and she was about to step onto its tongue. Inside, Jenna met Mr. and Mrs. Collins, their presence as imposing as the mansion itself. The air was perfumed with lavender, but beneath it lay a tension so thick it could be cut with a knife. Mr. Collins explained the rules in a voice that echoed off the walls, his gaze unyielding. Jenna accepted a laminated sheet with trembling hands, the weight of expectation heavy in the room. The ticking of a grandfather clock punctuated their silence, a reminder of time slipping away. Mrs. Collins' eyes flitted nervously to a family portrait, as though seeking answers in the painted smiles. Jenna couldn't shake the feeling that these rules were more than simple guidelines. They were a lifeline, a map to navigate a terrain fraught with unseen dangers. Samantha was a wraith-like presence, her eyes too knowing for a child. She sat on her bed, clutching a worn stuffed animal, her gaze locked onto Jenna with a disconcerting intensity. The room was cold, the air biting at Jenna's skin as she introduced herself. Samantha didn't speak, but her eyes seemed to peel back layers, revealing truths Jenna wasn't ready to face. "Do you know why I'm here?" Jenna asked softly, the question echoing awkwardly in the quiet space. The child's silence was an answer in itself, an acknowledgement of the mansion's dark secrets and Jenna's role in unraveling them. That night, Jenna awoke to the walls groaning around her, a sound that seemed to come from the very bones of the house. Her heart thudded in her chest as she lay still, straining to hear the whispers that rode the wind outside. The lamp beside her flickered on and off, casting erratic shadows across the room, each movement sending a new wave of terror through her. She whispered a curse into the darkness, questioning her sanity, the rules, and the wisdom of staying in a place where the night itself seemed alive. The next day, Jenna noticed a shadow flit across the corner of her eye, vanishing before she could turn. Her skin prickled with a chill, and she rubbed her arms, trying to dispel the unease. Was it just the wind, or was this house truly haunted by more than just memories? Her instincts screamed that she was not alone, that something lurked just out of sight, watching and waiting. In the bathroom, she found an old diary beside the sink, its pages yellowed and fragile. The name Lucy filled the margins, etched in a frantic scrawl that spoke of desperation and forgotten warnings. Jenna's fingers trembled as she turned each page, the implications of the words sinking into her subconscious like a stone in water. Who was Lucy, and why did her story feel like an echo of Jenna's own? The nights grew stranger. Jenna found solace in the library, its dusty tomes a testament to the mansion's long history. She traced her fingers over spines, pulling out a volume of town chronicles. The headline, "Missing Babysitters, Mystery Unsolved," blazed starkly. Jenna shivered, the weight of the past pressing down around her. How many had come before her, drawn into the mansion's web, never to escape? Each story was a thread weaving a tapestry of fate that now included her. One evening, she caught Samantha sleepwalking, her small figure moving silently down the hallway. Jenna followed, heart in her throat. Samantha stopped at the end of an unlit corridor, staring into the void as if seeing something Jenna could not. The shadows shifted, and Jenna's breath caught. The child's shadow was wrong, moving of its own accord, a dark twin with its own malevolent intent. The postmaster's cryptic warning echoed in Jenna's mind as she strained to tune the ancient radio. Static gave way to voices, whispers that danced just beyond comprehension. Desperate cries for help or perhaps warnings from beyond the grave. The air turned cold, heavy with an expectancy that wrapped itself around her, whispering promises of secrets untold. The pull of the mansion was irresistible. One day, Jenna found herself drawn to a corner of the attic, where floorboards creaked underfoot, revealing symbols etched beneath. They pulsed with a dark energy, a language twisted and raw. Her fingers grazed the wood, and a sick dread curled in her stomach. What power had been summoned here, and who had left these warnings for those who might follow? Every discovery deepened her resolve. Jenna knew she couldn't leave, not yet. She was woven into the fabric of this place now, her fate entwined with its secrets. As she watched over Samantha, vigilance became second nature, the mansion's shadows her constant companions. The night was alive with whispers and promises, and she learned to listen, to decipher the language of the house. In the quiet moments, Jenna prepared for the night terrors, moving furniture and setting defenses. The house breathed around her, a living entity intent on seeing its story come to an end. Shadows would come for her, but she was ready, her heart steady against the onslaught of fear. And so the cycle continued, each day a dance with the devil she couldn't see. The Collins parents arrived unexpectedly, their presence a jolt to the equilibrium Jenna had found. Everything was back to normal, Mr. Collins marveled, but Jenna knew better. The storm outside was a mere reflection of the chaos within, the mansion's heart beating in time with her own. Dawn broke, a fragile peace settling over the mansion. Jenna's reflection in the window was a stranger, her eyes haunted by what she'd seen. She wondered if she'd ever truly escape the mansion's grasp or if her story would simply continue. Another chapter in an endless cycle of light and dark. As she drove away, the mansion receding in the rearview mirror, Jenna felt the weight of her new self. She was unrecognizable, reshaped by the darkness she'd faced. The road ahead was uncertain, but she wouldn't forget. The echoes of the past whispered in her ear, a promise that she was part of something bigger, a story unfolding into eternity.